Welcome back for Flosstube number 39. And if you're new here and this is your first video, welcome. My name is Lacey and this is my Flosstube channel, The Sleepy Stitcher. I am primarily a full coverage cross stitcher, but I do stitch other things and I do yarn arts, I do some crochet. I have just recently picked up knitting and I love that and I'm so excited about that. So if you like crafty fiber arty things, then stick around, and there's quite a bit of stuff here to see, so hopefully you'll find something that you like. Today is Monday, December the 8th, and yeah, I think I'm ready to just hop into it. I don't think I have any introductory things that I need to talk about. So first things first, this is my focus piece for the month, and I don't usually have like one focus piece. I usually just work on a project until it gets around 1,000 stitches or so, and I would consider that my focus piece because that's the piece I'm putting the most work into for those few days. And then a couple of pieces that are getting maybe a daily 30 or hour a day or a certain amount of stitches or whatever. But for the month of December, when I don't have other specific goal things to stitch on or games or whatever, I'm stitching on this. This is The Mountain Cabin by Dominic Davison, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is the regular size. And I will show you where I was when you saw it last week. And this is where I am now. I hope I can get a side-by-side like this. I think I can. So this project got 1,321 stitches. It's at 48,574 total, and that's 12.93%. So very close to the 13% mark. And I've tried to get all the dog hair off of it. Having 2 dogs in the house now, there's just going to be dog hair everywhere, and I hope that doesn't bother you guys. So I worked in this area. I did a lot of the purple. I did some of this almost orangey pink color and then the dark pink. And my goal, the reason that I have this as a focus piece is because my goal is to get this to the 50,000 stitch mark, which I'm really close to. I'm 1,500 stitches away by the end of the year. I really think I can do it. It's going to be a busy couple of weeks for me, a busy few weeks, but I still really think it can happen. And I'm going to make sure it happens. Even if I have to put everything else to the side to do that, I'm going to do that. And then the other semi-focus-ish piece, really this one, I'll pop it up actually, a picture. This is A True Love. This is artwork by Eder Jose Rosa, charted by Stitches So Beautiful. And this is the one I'm using for the Stitches So Beautiful challenge. And if you're not familiar with that, you can find lots of my past floss tubes. I talk about that. There's information on Stitches So Beautiful's Facebook page. I don't want to bore you guys going over the details over and over. If you have specific questions, feel free to email me, reach out. I will definitely let you know. No laptop. We're not doing that today. My laptop likes to go off and then it turns my light off and then it's a whole thing. So here's where this one was before. I put in 516 stitches. So I need to put in 500 a week to qualify for the challenge. So that's what I'm doing. This one now has 18,401 and it's at 11.95%. So Mountain Cabin 12.93 and this one 11.95, which means this week I should get at least 2 good milestones. So that's super, super exciting. I love full coverage milestones. I love hitting like those big numbers like 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, even though I don't know what that feels like yet, but I'm going to soon. And then a new percentage is fun. Page finishes, love those. I love all those things. They make me very happy. So I'm getting so close to some of the like actual like focal points of this picture, and I'm really excited about that. What else was I going to say about this? I can't think of anything right now. Oh, so this was assigned to the Max Color Stitcher for my Flosstube Frenzy. So every time she posted a video, I would do 30 minutes on it. But now that I'm using it also for the Stitches So Beautiful challenge, I'm just doing the 500 stitches because that's more than I would have been getting using it for Flosstube Frenzy. I'm still watching all of Anne's videos as usual. I love Anne's videos. Okay, so now onto the Flosstube Frenzy. Those are the only 2 things I stitched on. outside of Flosstuber Frenzy, and there's a reason for that. One, I just had a busy week, but also I filmed last Monday and I got off of here, and that day there were four Flosstubers on my list of 10. Like, what are the odds of that? I mean, I could probably, we're not going to talk about math. We don't do math on this channel. 4 Flosstubers posted a video, or 2. Some of them posted 2 that day, Alicia. And yeah, so I had 4 projects I had to work on. I say had to, get to. I was really excited about it. But that is why a lot of my stitching went towards Flosstuber Frenzy. So the first one is Building Dreams. This is artwork by Kevin Daniel, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the regular size pattern. Leanne, Small Town Stitches, is the person I have this one assigned to. And Leanne had posted last week before I filmed on Monday. I think she posted on Sunday. And I didn't have time that week to get the stitching in. So that was the first thing I did after I filmed last week. So I'll pop it up. Here is where I got to. Maybe I folded it where you can't see it too great. That's okay. There we go. So this one got 193 stitches. I stitched on it for 30 minutes. So this one is 2 over 1/10 stitch with CXC on 25 counts. It has now 11,010 stitches. So 11,000, that's a big number. I like that. And 4.23%. So that is good. Since Leanne just posted a regular update, this one got 30 minutes. What I'm doing is regular update videos get 30 minutes. Whip parades are going to get an hour. And then Flossmas, people who are doing Flossmas, and I'm pretty sure the only person doing Flossmas on my list is Alicia at Adventures of Stitching. So her project will get 200 a week for her Flossmas videos. So I didn't want to make the numbers too high because I didn't know how many people were going to do Flossmas. And with whip parades coming up, I was like, everyone's going to start posting at the same time and I'm not going to be able to keep up. So I tried to keep it reasonable. And then, you know, when I am caught up, then I'm just stitching on the Mountain Cabin. Although I did also say I would stitch on Sugar Plum Village by Shannon Christine Designs. And I really want to, but my focus is getting that 50,000 on Mountain Cabin. So I might wait until I hit that to start pulling Sugar Plum Village out, which is sad because it's December and I did want to work on it in December, but I have my heart set on this 50,000 goal and I will work on Sugar Plum Village. It will have its time. It will happen. And the Mountain Cabin has way more stitches and it needs way more time. So speaking of Alicia, she posted a regular update Flosstube. And then she started her Flossmas videos, which was a surprise to all of us. She didn't even tell us she was going to be doing Flosstube or Flossmas, and it was a very welcome surprise. If you're not watching her videos, go watch them. She is sharing most days a little bit from this Advent devotional that she's reading, and then she's doing some crochet and some knitting, and then she's working on 2 or 3, sometimes 4 cross-stitch projects a day. The girl is busy, and it's really, really fun to watch, and she's just so sweet. So go watch it. So I worked 30 minutes. I'll pop it up here on Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. This is the regular size pattern, artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. But I'm stitching mine 1 over 1/10 on 40 count Verdal. And then I added 200 stitches past the 30 minutes because of her Flossmas videos. So we'll pop up where it was before. I should have probably just left this one in the hoop to show you. Yes, I'm stitching this one in a hoop because it's actually super helpful to see the holes on the 40 count. So this one got 373 stitches. It's now at 6,757 and it's at 2.39%. So a lot of the stitches were up here. They were really light. Light stitches are hard. Light stitches on 40 count are so hard. I did my best. I think it worked out. I'm happy to be done with this part because like pretty much everything down here, none of that's going to be super light. So this will probably come back out today. It depends on how busy I am because I have a lot going on. I'll talk about some of that at the end of the video, but we'll see. It might come out today. Either way, it will come out this week and it will get its 200 stitches because Alicia is doing her videos. Okay. And then next, Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, posted her weekly update, which she does on Mondays or Tuesdays. I want to say on Mondays, but I could be wrong. It's Monday or Tuesday. And so I pulled out Strong and Courageous, which is artwork by Sweet Wing Studio. And let's see. Yeah, I just gave it its 30 minutes for her regular update. Here is where that one was before and where it is now. I'm so happy with this. So obviously you can see I'm almost, no, I did finish this mountain and I started over here on this one. So this fancy floss here is the only fancy floss I ordered, and I'm doing all the rest in DMC because I felt like this mountain would need it, and I felt like, okay, the variegation will look good and it'll actually be worth it. Like there are little like arrows and small things in this that are also charted with variegated floss, but I just felt like it wouldn't be worth it. But I'm so glad I got it for this one because I really do feel like it makes a difference, and I love just like the depth it gives it and the texture, and I'm super happy with it. And this project caused me trouble. This is the third or fourth start I had on this because I could never get the fabric right, and I never considered this fabric. I was looking at blues. I think I even looked at some greens and then some like very neutrals, and never considered this one. I don't even really know why I pulled it out. I think I was pulling out everything because I was so frustrated, and I'm so happy I did. I'm just so happy. So this one got 131 stitches. I finished up the mountain, started on the next one, finished this cloud here. It has 846 stitches and it's 22.52% done. So big numbers really fast. So this one will get pulled out this week. Certain ones I've kind of gotten used to now. So the way I have it set up is all of my Flosstuber Frenzy projects are in this bag. I'm not one of those people that has a project bag for every single project. Not that I wouldn't if I could, because I would, but I'm just not there yet. So all of my Flosstuber Frenzy projects are in this bag, and then my other projects are in spread out across a couple other bags. And then this is my bag that whenever I stitch on something and then I'm done, I put it in here so that when I film, everything I've stitched on is in this bag and it's easier for me to keep up with. So I'm kind of getting used to, I know who films weekly. I know which projects are coming out every week right now. So I know kind of what to keep out. And then I don't even put those back in this bag. I take them in the living room with me. Not like you asked, but you know. Okay. And then Sarah, Stitch and Mommy, who also posts weekly. So this one will come out again. She posted twice, didn't she? This says she posted once. I feel like she posted twice. Maybe that was just the prior week, because she also posts tutorials for like a temperature pattern that she designed where she's using specialty stitches, a different specialty stitch each month. And so she posts tutorials for that. So I guess that was the previous week. But either way, this is the Quick Stitch Patchwork Quilt Room by Chiro Marchetti. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I'm stitching it 1/1 full cross with DMC. So we'll pull up words. Comparison. So this one got 211 stitches, 21,727 total, and it's at 13.68%. So I'll pull it up where I was working on. So I'm getting really close to finishing this window. And then after that, I'll come in here and I'll finish filling in like this bird in here. I kind of like how on this page, I could kind of divide it. Once I did all the wood on top, I stitched all this brown here for like the window and the wood panes. And then it kind of divided it into 4 quadrants. And I've been like kind of working in the quadrants. I came down here because I really wanted to stitch the bird a while back. But other than that, I'm just kind of working within each quadrant. So this one's looking really good. I adore this pattern. And I think I've already told you guys, but this is the middle. So I've almost reached the full width of pages across the top row, or the half width of pages across the top row. Guys, I haven't really drank my coffee. I made it and I took 2 sips. And I got up at like 4 o'clock this morning with the puppy to send him out to go potty, which doesn't happen every night, but pretty consistently. Probably 3 or 4 nights a week, I wake up in the middle of the night at some point to let him out, But it's not a big deal. He goes and he gets back in his kennel and he doesn't cry. So way better than it was in the beginning. But for some reason, this time I could not go back to sleep. So I've pretty much been up since 4 o'clock. I fell back asleep like very briefly on the couch, but then my alarm woke me up. So that is why words are not coming out of my mouth correctly today, because thoughts are not processing in my brain correctly and I need more caffeine. So that is what I'll be doing when I'm done with this. And then Ebony from In Stitches with Ebony posted a Flosstube, and I have the quick stitch version of Princess of the Sea by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, assigned to her. And if you don't know, for some reason, quick stitch doesn't necessarily mean you're going to stitch this quick, because I have another quick stitch that is my highest stitch count project I own, bigger than most of my regular size pieces. Quick stitch just means that it's not the whole picture, that there is an entire picture that exists on a pattern, and this is a crop of that. This is a section of that. It might still be huge, but it's a section. So why did I say quick stitch? I'm explaining quick stitch, and this is a story keep. Anyways, story keep is basically the same. It's just like long and like a long rectangle. So this is already a crop. It's the long rectangle, and then I cropped a little more off the top. So this one got its 30 minutes. This is the entire width of this. I'm almost done with I'm doing this one in like a royal rose / typewriter / working across the top. I don't know what you would call it. It's just slightly different than I stitch, because I typically stitch by page, but with this one being so narrow, I'm just going all the way across. So almost done with those first couple of rows. This one got 145 stitches, and I don't really have stats for this because I cropped it and I didn't take good notes when I cropped it, but you get the picture. Not going to be huge. Let me see. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how long it's actually going to be, but I do know I don't have like a huge margin here, but it's totally fine. This is going to be for my daughter. Okay. That was the stitching. So I'm going to talk a little bit about knitting and plans and life. So if this is your first time here, knitting is something that I've wanted to do for a while. I've been able to crochet for a while, but I wouldn't call myself an expert by any means. I've done a few blankets, and I've done some stuffies, some amigurumi. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I wanted to knit so bad, but it was so intimidating. And I finally just dove in and did it. And I made my daughter a scarf, which I ripped apart a bunch of times and restarted because I'm a perfectionist. But knitting in the round, that's what I really wanted to learn, because the whole reason I wanted to knit is because I wanted to make hats, socks, sweaters, cardigans, things like that. And I know you can crochet a lot of those things, but as far as clothing goes, I prefer the look of knitted items. I love the little V's. I love the stockinette stitch. I love it. I think it's amazing. So that is why I wanted to learn to knit. I just got some interchangeable cables, and I made my daughter a hat. She picked out the colors. I picked out the pattern. Hold on one second. I just pulled this out of my leg. That is not good. I guess it is good because at least it just happened now and didn't like stick my husband or me in our sleep. But anyways, gonna put that away now. This project was a learning project for me, and for so many reasons. One, it was my first time knitting with cables, so knitting in the round. It was my first time knitting with two colors, so doing color work. And I made mistakes. I made mistakes on the color work. I don't even want to show you guys because I'm a perfectionist, but I'm going to. On the very last round, I messed up and I was 1 or 2 off on my count. And you can see a lot of these hearts are not perfect right here at the top, especially you can see right here, this one. That's just, what even is that? I don't know. But anyway, most of them are okay. If she wears it like this, I don't know. Anyways, so I tried to do duplicate stitch, which is where you kind of stitch over it in a different color when you're done, almost like embroidering, which helped a little, but it's, still not great. So it was my first time doing that. That's like 3 new things. While I was doing it on the cables, when I started decreasing, it got to where the cables were needed to either be longer or shorter. They weren't going to work, and they were the shortest ones I had. So I learned how to switch the project from the current cables to new cables, and then I learned how to do magic loop because I was using really long cables. So I learned a lot with this project. I'm excited to do more. I hope that they're better than this one. I feel like the top looks pretty good though. And the ribbing's not bad. The tension could definitely be better, but for my second project ever and for my first hat, I feel pretty good about it. And color work is addicting. It is so bad. The whole reason probably that I messed up is because I would do a row and be like, okay, this is my last row, and then I'm going to put it away. And I would get to the end and I'd be like, okay, well, I'm just going to do one more row. And then I got so close to being done that I was like, I just have to finish the color work. And I think I was rushing, and I think my eyes were tired, and I forced myself into a mistake. So lesson learned. Hopefully I don't do that again. Okay, and then kind of plans. My pastor's wife asked me, she saw I've been posting some of my crafty things on my personal Facebook page, which is not something I usually do, but I just have been lately. And she saw them, and she asked me if they just had their first grandbaby and he's coming to visit for Christmas. And she asked if it were possible for me to make him a baby blanket. And of course, she offered to compensate me and all of that, but obviously not going to let her. She's a friend. I'm just, want to do this for her. So I'm going to be crocheting a baby blanket. I've done it before, and I'm going to do a stitch or a pattern that I've done before. I just have to do it quick. So I wanted to use the Bernat baby blanket yarn, but they have super bulky 6, which I'm like, that sounds great to me because then I can do it really fast, and that's what I need, is to do it really fast. But then I'm reading online that they can be really heavy. I don't want it to be really heavy because it's for a baby. And then the other option is like size 3 yarn, which I'm like, ugh, that's going to take forever because that's tiny. I was really hoping for like size 4. So I'm going to Hobby Lobby as soon as I get this video up because I saw some yarn online that is size 4 that I don't remember what it's called, baby something maybe, or it said it was soft, but I need to go touch it. I just need to go feel it and make sure it's soft enough for a baby. If it is, I'm going to get that. If not, I'm heading over to Michael's, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Should I get the 6 bulky or should I get the 3 and just like, I can't remember how long it would take to do a baby blanket in like size 3 yarn. If anyone knows and you can tell me within the next 30 minutes to an hour, great, let me know. But I'm doing that, and I'm really excited to do that for her, and she's so excited. That makes me happy. This past week has been crazy. We closed on our house, finally. So, yes, we bought the house. We finally found one. We got it. It's ours. We move in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So there's still a little bit of calm before the storm going on right now. And then right after we closed on the house, a couple hours later, we drove to Nashville, which is like hour drive for us, not that bad. And we went to this ice event at Opryland Hotel, which was amazing. I'll try to be popping up some pictures while I'm talking about it. But they had the most amazing ice sculptures I've ever seen. I just, in shock, in awe. It was amazing. We did ice skating. There was a big slide that we rode inner tubes down over and over and over, and that was fun. We decorated gingerbread houses. We drank hot cocoa. We just did all the festive things, which is amazing because I haven't had like a true festive Christmas season in a while. So, because we lived overseas, if you didn't know, but now we're back. And it's been amazing. So that was fun. We went to Bath and Body Works on Candle Weekend, and I didn't know what Candle Weekend was. I needed a gift because my church was having a ladies' Christmas party, and we were all going to bring a wrapped gift to play a game. And it was supposed to be under a certain amount, and they were having this massive sale so I could get a nice gift and still stay in the price range. So I went there, and it was packed. I mean, packed. There were people everywhere. It looked like every employee they had was working. They were running people through so fast. There was a limit on how many candles you could get. I'm like, this is crazy. So me and my husband smelled like at least 30 candles. And then finally he was like, please pick one so we can leave. And I did. And I got this amazing, it's called Coffee and Donuts, or Donuts and Coffee. I don't know, but it smells so good. My son took a bite out of it, a couple bites out of it because it smells so good, I guess. So that was fun. if you happen to be buying online for some reason and you're trying out some of their new candles, Coffee and Donuts is great. Do not buy the pizza and ranch. I don't know whose idea it was, but it smells so bad. Pizza doesn't smell that bad, but in a candle, does not smell good. Do not buy it. I'm saving you, I promise. And then this week coming up is going to be busy. I feel like every single day we have something happening. Today, I'm going to get off here, edit this, and upload, and then I have to go yarn shopping and start that blanket like ASAP. And then we have, I wrote it down because I don't even know. Okay, my puppy has to go to the vet tomorrow. I'm actually going to grab him at the end of the video and let you guys see him because he's getting so big. And then the next day, we're having company for a few hours in the afternoon before church. And then the next day, we're going to clean the church because we alternate with different families in the church cleaning it each week. And then we have like an activity that we always do on Fridays. I don't think there's anything on Saturday. I don't want to say that because then my schedule is going to fill up. But all of that going on, plus the move coming up. I don't know if I can keep up Flosstube Frenzy for the entire month of December. Probably not. This might be my last week doing it. I'm definitely going to do it this week. And then after that, I might just work on 2 or 3 projects. And then instead of filming weekly, I'll be filming every other week. Yeah, I'm going to go get Brucey and let you guys see him before I hop off here. Okay, I'm going to try. He's big now. Say hi, Brucey. Say hi. Oh, we're going to eat my face. This guy was 9 pounds 6 weeks ago when I showed him to you. 3 weeks after that, I took him to the vet, 15 pounds. And now, I don't even know. Do you see? He's a big boy. So, Brucey's doing good. He's sleeping better. He's doing pretty good with his potty training. He has fun with the kids and with my older dog. Oh, he just laid down. He's tired. I'm going to go put him back in his bed and let him get his little puppy nap. And I will see you guys probably next week for my last weekly update for a while, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, and if you guys did not enter into the competition, the giveaway to win the Grinch pattern, then go to my last video, Flosstube number 38, and comment the word Grinch on that video, and I will draw for that next week. Bye.